Hello. Uh, that's muted. Um, okay, that's muted. Yeah. Hi. Make sure that it's muted. Yeah, we are live. We are live on YouTube. Yeah. We are live on YouTube. Hope I don't know what the YouTube rules are about singing a song. I don't know how songs are copyrighted. And I have this song going on. I keep singing this song all day, all week, really. And it's going to come out. I'm not sure what the rules are with copyright with singing. So okay, well, whatever. I'll have to deal with it. Um, that's fine. Hold it back. No singing. Oh yeah. Um yeah. So I'll just give it a minute and I'll start the talk. Mhm. Philip wants to come out. Oh, troublesome. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Ooh, I have to cut that out actually. YouTube will ban that probably, ban the video. I'm not sure how it all works, but yeah. I've got it out now. Maybe it will stop. Maybe it will stop. Don't nobody know my. That's beautiful. So the title is Everything's Okay. I'm sure I've done that before as a title. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm very sure I have. But yeah. If you're watching on YouTube and you'd like to obviously live, not recorded, then you'd like to join the Zoom, you'll find the Zoom link. Um you will find the Zoom link on my not comments, on my post tab on the YouTube channel. And you can find the link there and you can join the Zoom. So this Zoom is called Everything's Okay. Look at the birds flying. Oh yeah, I'm zooming an hour earlier than usual. Didn't mention that, did I? I'm streaming an hour earlier than usual, and the reason why it's happened is because of obviously it's a new year, getting back into things, into the routine, and um trying to Basically, I made lunch too late, and therefore I have to do dinner a bit later. So it's just yeah. So I might even stick to this time, 4 o'clock, if that's going to be easier. Um, but yeah, so that's why it's an hour earlier. So yeah, the title of this stream is Everything's Okay. And that is quite a powerful t title actually, because I suppose the tendency of the mind of the sorry, the birds are really distracting. They're so beautiful with the blind. You see the birds going through, all the birds flying through the blind. You can see them. You can see them. It's really beautiful. Um, the tendency of the mind, human mind, is is problems. Is things aren't okay. Is fix, 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 fix all the problems. And so that title, Everything's Okay, kind of has a power to it. Kind of has feeling to it. That is the opposite of what the mind is like, the monkey mind and the nervous system, which is everything's not okay. There's a problem. There's something wrong. Whereas this is saying, non-duality is saying, or this moment is saying that everything's okay. I think humanity probably needs to hear that. He needs to hear more of that than what it normally hears. If you follow the news or follow TV or whatever, it's everything's not okay. There's a problem and this problem and this and this and this. Endless problems. So maybe humans need to hear, actually, you know what, everything's okay. The energy of everything's not okay and the energy's okay is so different. So living identified to the mind, everything's not okay. And when you come to meditation or satsang or non-duality, you're met with everything is okay. This moment is okay. This is okay. And that's kind of what non-duality is all about. That's kind of what essentially what non-duality is about. Whether the mind knows it or not. It seems to be this dropping, this dropping out of the mind, this dropping of the body, dropping into the body, but also dropping out of the body, like dropping body drops into this, or the body evaporates into this. This recalibrating of body and mind. I mean, the mind's always going to be the mind. It's always going to be active. It's not so much the end of thoughts, although some do report the end of thoughts. But it's not really about the end of thinking and the end of thoughts. Although in a way, I can feel like it's the end of thoughts in the sense of the end of the meaning so much, you know. But yeah, it's this dropping, this melting, this expansion, this dissolving, this opening, this emerging, of this okayness, of this peace, this freedom, this nothingness, not a thingness, and yet at the same time, this fullness, this love, this everythingness, this beingness, this completeness. My mind accidentally got pulled into this controversial subject recently. I got pulled into this controversial topic that I didn't realize. And yeah, like the mind was trying to work out where it stood on this topic. And like most things I can see both sides to things often. So it was a bit like, oh, I can see both sides to this, and people on both sides are quite heated, and not everyone, but some people are quite heated on both sides, and I didn't really know where I stood on it. I had conflicting opinions on it, and yeah, it became quite stressful and quite, yeah, stressful. Like trying to produce the answer for someone like, and it became very clear that it didn't really matter where I stood on it. Didn't really have to have an answer or a conclusion or a opinion. I mean, I made a choice, I guess, based on what I felt. But so in that other person's view, I had made a choice, but I had an answer. I had a definite position on it because of the choice I made. But yeah, at least for me, on my side of it, I just it became very clear that it didn't really matter. That my peace, my happiness, and even the other person's peace and happiness wasn't dependent on that, whether I agreed with them or not, whether I had an answer or not, a definite answer, definite position or not. And we often look to the world, to society, to the world for our sense of okayness, for our sense of happiness, sense of belonging. And it's just not in that. There's so much uncertainty, there's so much like the detail, fine detail and complexity. It feels like the more and more it's kind of funny because the internet and how we have so much communication now around the globe, it's so many pros, positives to it, bringing us all together and communicating and sharing ideas and sharing experiences. It's wonderful, but on the other hand, it's also too much, over an over involvement, over yeah, over involvement. So I suppose then non-duality is like returning back to a simplicity, returning back to a simplicity where everything is okay. Mm. Yeah, so you're welcome to ask any questions about that. You can ask in the chat or you can join me on Zoom and you can ask in Zoom. I'm open. Oops, oh, press the wrong button. Jumpers feel free. Oh God. Oh dear. I think you can't see it on the screen though. Just from the head. Just the head and shoulders. Don't bother no more, troubles begun. Don't bother no more, troubles begun. I've just put a temporary block on your messaging on the chat. Ah, we have a question. Kayana, everything is okay beyond the person choice. Question is everything is okay beyond the person's choice? Question. Intonation. Everything is okay beyond the person's choice. Um, Beyond the person's choice. I'm not sure what you mean by that bit. Everything is okay beyond the person's choice. So everything's okay means everything is okay. Means You could call it at the deep level, at the core level, at the fundamental level. So the mind can be racing about what's not okay, what the problem is. The body will respond to that, mind racing about the problem. But everything's okay is referring to regardless of what the mind and the stories are, the body and the emotions are, that there's an okayness here, there's a freedom here, there's a love and a peace here. At, at the core, in this moment, no matter what is happening, there is freedom. Or when the mind's going through a story and an emotion that's uncomfortable, I'm not saying that you ignore the mind, the stories and the emotion. In fact, the opposite. I'm saying that those stories, that emotion of not okay, it's okay. Like it's okay to be here. It's okay because what's at the root of that, what's at the core of that is okayness. Suppose if you're running in the story, running in the emotion attached to the story and the emotion of it, then that is more what's focused on or more what's attached to. And so to say it's okay kind of feels a bit like what you're talking about. This is painful. But in that, the nugget in that pain is actually okay. There's an okayness here that is untouchable by experience. So when identified to the mind, we believe that the stories are true and the emotions are true. So we're so caught up in the emotions and the stories of things. But there's something that's not caught up in the emotions and the stories of things. I suppose what happens in humans is there's an introduction to that, a resonating with that. It's an introduction to that peace and that freedom, that okayness that is here. That's always here. So yeah, I guess beyond the person's choice, beyond what the action experience is, everything's okay. This isn't like a practical tool. What I mean is like so in life there are problems, so things happen. And it's not saying to become passive and not deal with things. Sometimes things on the experiential level aren't okay. There's a fire in the kitchen. That's not okay. It's talking about so the fire in the kitchen, obviously there's gonna be a reaction, a nervous system reaction, a fight, flight, action, reaction. It's not okay. It needs action. But what's being spoken about is this deep okayness that's there. This deep okayness that's the core of being, the core of everything. There's an okayness. So rather than being so identified to the top layer, let's say the surface layer level of things, there's this opening to this deeper level of things, this deeper level of being or okayness. Doesn't mean the fire putting out, panic doesn't happen. It's just there's also this okayness. So if you turn left when you realize later, oh, I should have gone right, it doesn't matter to the choice of the person to go left over right, and then comparing the two and realizing the outcome was better if you went right. It doesn't matter. It matters in the human story, but it doesn't matter to this. It doesn't matter to this, what we are, this untouchableness. And it's the forgetting of this that causes so much attachment, causes so much confusion and over identification with the surface level, the experiential level, the story level. We're trying to find the happiness, the okayness in the story level. But the story level is a story level. It's emotions, it's dramas, it's story. It's not going to be okay in that level. I mean, it can be, and it is sometimes, but it's going to change and change and change. And so, what non-duality is, it's an introduction to that which isn't changing, that which always is, always okay. And that's what's been longed for and looked for in the world, in the experiences. Just this okayness with everything, this peace. Thank you for your question. It's a great time to wrap up as well. The belly's getting hungry. It wants some pasta. So yeah. Everything's okay. I mean, how beautiful is that? Okay, thank you for joining. Shall see you again next time. And it probably will be at 4 again, but I shall let you know. Yeah. Okay. Lots of love. Make sure that YouTube's caught up. It's a bit behind before I end the stream. And it just cuts. Okay. I think it's lots of love. Okay.